Hey, what is up guys, YT Gaming to Top here, coming at you with this insane video. Today I'm going to show you the most freaking broken upgrade in this game. People think that Heli Farms are broken, people think that NG Trap is broken, people think that anything else is broken like Dartling Gun. Oh guys, they are sleeping on this one freaking upgrade and it's really insane. First three games that I have prepared for you. Yes, we are cutting through again. I see that people really like when I don't show long games, when I cut all the boring parts. So that's what I'm going to do. I have prepared plenty of games in this video that were cut to the most important parts of the game. So this is the first one. We are going against Dartling Farm Ice. Pretty interesting strategy. It can go late game, it can be aggro and attack you early with IMF rush and stuff like that. But for this one, our goal is to test Superstorm. So this is actually my friend. He's from No Money's Discord. His name is Dude. I'll drop his channel in the description. Although he just uploads some random games, like occasionally. That's it. Sadly, because he's a really good player. Anyway, guys, you are going to witness something epic. I cried there because I thought he went AFK and died to a moab, but he actually tower boost and he defends that moab. Imagine we waited for so long. Anyway, we have lots of druid farms. Our eco is really high, and by the way, this is exactly how it's going to be in an aggro game. Well, you will have little less eco, little less druid farms, but it doesn't matter because it will be real game. This is testing, but even in real game. And you will see I'm including a lot of games here. I'll include our game with Ninja Yas, Druid versus Druid, and other wins from Hall of Masters. Anyway, we are close to the DDT rush, and the goal for this one is to test how good Superstorm and Poplas are going to defend against infinite DDTs. Well, he can send infinite, but he will send over 200,000 worth of DDTs. And I am starting to sell my druid farms already. As you can see, epic micro, guys, epic selling micro. With that lag delay in this game, I just prepared a few boomerangs because I wasn't sure if we can defend so many DDTs sent by him. But anyway, here he starts. So we have our Superstorm. Just look at it, guys. It's just so insane. It's sending back, and this UMG is there also, and it's just all flying back. I'm just sending druid emojis. I literally could have sold all Poplas, and it would still be sending back infinite DDTs. Well, maybe it would be slower, so can't think about it, but still, it's just, what the hell was that? It's just defended infinite DDT. Look at this UNG, it didn't make it anywhere. So let's move into the next game. Again, we are facing the same guy, but this time we have a different goal. He's going to IMF Lone Russia's round 24, which is really difficult to defend with so many strategies. Like for real, I'm not even capping. Well, generally, what I would have done in a real game, I wouldn't go immediately for Superstorm. I would build a few moab presses to stall his rush and save up more and more money with my druid farms. And then somewhere near round 26, I would actually sell my druid farms and go for Superstorm. The reason why I wouldn't moab press plus first strike micro is exactly why there are DDTs. Although honestly, an equal defend to this will be first strike moab press round 24 and then use boomerang ability and defend with 042. Few of them would defend easily the DDTs because there is submarine decamoing them. But anyway, guys, this is not the goal of this video. So this is another way to defend. I mean, he's allouting. He has 0 eco after this allout. So I'm selling all the druid farms. I have enough for a Superstorm. He is sending me an IMF Lone Rush. So many fortified ZUMGs. And I get my Superstorm. I only have one Poplas. Now I'm getting the second Poplas next to it. But I didn't even need it. It's just infinite to all of the ZUMGs. Look at that. That is so broken. It's worse than, even though XXL trap gives you money, but you can easily overwhelm XXL trap with DDTs, with ZMGs, especially if ZMGs pop into BFPs and Moabs, they will eventually overwhelm the XXL trap, but mainly it's DDTs. So you cannot overwhelm Superstorm. I'm just sending emojis. Look at my screen. I mean, at this point, we should have closed the game, but since it's still going on, let me just drop a few first strikes once I have enough money. But, like, look at the ZNGs. They're just there. Like, what is this upgrade, guys? It's so good. I get it, it's 65,000, it's an expensive one. And obviously, with this loadout, I could have just moab press and first strike his rush eventually. Of course, I could have done that. I could have went for moab presses, turbocharges, and defended that rush as well. But I decided to go for a Superstorm. First of all, that's the whole point of this video, to show you this broken upgrade. And yeah, and anyway, we have 2000 extra eco, we have so much money in our defenses, and he just loses. Obviously, in a real game, I would have countered him after Superstorm. I wouldn't first strike or anything. So, if you didn't believe in the fact that druid upgrade is so broken, here is a more realistic way. So my druid would be on the top, the Superstorm would be on the top. The goal for it is, when they send the fortified BADs, you use your first strike micro plus Avatar of Wrath to pop BAD layer, and then the upper druid has to be as close as possible to the end of the map, so it can actually blow back everything, because it will take time for you to pop BADs. And trust me, one BAD is not an issue. Obviously, 3 BADs are not an issue, but if they send group BADs, you need the time. You need the time to react, you need the time to micro, you need the time to sell druid farms, get first strike capabilities, get Avatar of Wrath, get some poplast around it. So you can just place Superstorm as low as I did, which is why this game I'm placing it exactly where I would place it in the real game. So let's see when he starts rushing us with DDTs. I already have so much money. And by the way, if they don't rush you round 24, look how much money you have. And this time I wasn't like playing super hard. Like, all these poplas could have been druid farms and sold eventually into DDT defense or something. But anyway, I'm selling all my boomerangs right now that were around, and I'm going to get rid of some druid farms once he starts sending me a rush. And I just get an extra blowback behind. Just let it chill. Just let the druids chill and do their own thing. So I sell all the druid farms, and he has 5 IMF loans with 2 factories to send me rush. So here it goes. Look at this. Look at this. That's how it would be in the real game. Obviously, you would never sell your druid farms before they send you a rush. And that's all. But look at the DDTs, guys. I can speak quietly how good it is. And we defend them all. And we have so much money. Our eco is so high. Anyway, guys, let's move into the game that I had with Ninja Yas. It's Druid Boomerang Submarine versus Druid Boomerang Submarine. And we sniped each other in the Hall of Masters while grinding trophies. I mean, not trophies, elo and ranking. So we both are rocking Druid Sub Boomerang. By the way, guys, if you don't know who Ninja Yas is, he is the #1 Druid Sub Boomerang player or Druid Sub Ice player, for all that matters. Anyway, we have Boomerang, and he sends us a few Moabs, so I get my Kyle Boomerang, and I use my tower boost because I wasn't sure how well it was going to defend. So this is the time when I was first day using this strategy. I switched from my Darkling Druid Super Monkey, and I decided to use Druid Boomerang Submarine. This is the next day after I got destroyed by Ninja Yas in the tournament. He was using Druid Sub Boomerang and I was using my Darkling Druid strategy. Anyway, I'm sending him a fortified Moab. I'm using a balloon boost because I realized he's so easily using his balloon boost. Why not use it as well? And to see how he defends. But obviously one fortified Moab was definitely not enough. He just gets his Moab press and he sends me a fortified Moab. He uses a balloon boost. I get my Moab press, but I might have got it too late. So I have to boost again. That's a big mistake on my part. If I micro it a little bit better, that would have been way easier defend, and I wouldn't waste my second tower boost on that part. But anyway, look at our eco, look at our druid farms. We send him 2 fortified Moabs. This is an aggro game. We have so much money, even though it's aggressive. He sells some druid farms. He uses his turbocharge ability and he ends up defending it. He sells his turbo and he sends me a fortified Moab layered with the normal Moab, and that's actually really dangerous rush on this map. So I go for my turbocharge, I use the ability, and I almost leak to the normal Moab actually, which is why that rush was so dangerous. And we keep ecoing, and I send him all of a sudden 2 fortified Moabs because he went for druid farms, but he has enough money to afford the turbocharge immediately. We have over 2000 eco, moab press, 4 druid farms, and normal boomerang. We have buffed druid as well near our ocean oben. Yeah, I by mistake picked ocean oben, by the way. Anyway, he defends the fortified moab with 2 boomerangs now, and he has 6 druid farms, 2 moab presses. So he has 7 druid farms by now. This is pretty epic game. Our eco is really high on both parts. I sent him BFP because as I said, we were like, we wanted to fight druid versus druid, so I wanted to see how he defends. But of course, he has more presses, so probably don't rush like that. It's a bad rush. Excuse me. All I wanted to do was to force a Moe press and turbocharge, but I didn't even force a turbocharge. So druids are not just farms; they're also epic at defending. And I prepare my second submarine. I honestly don't know why I placed it there. Just let it be there. Let it just chill. I always, most of the times I place a second submarine because my number 4 hotkey doesn't work, so I have to mouse drag. Or if the ability is on 4, I can't do anything. I have to mouse use. And Ninja Kiwi doesn't have custom hotkeys. Anyway, he sold all his Moab press, so I just sent him fortified Moab. But look, look at all the druids. They're literally, he didn't even need these boomerangs. Druids would have defended. But anyway, the reason why we are getting these boomerangs is to defend the DDT rush. Around 26. Submarine will decamo and turbocharges will defend against DDTs. So he gets up his reactor and he has some boomerangs, he has druid farms, I have druid farms, I'm hovering my hand around DDTs, switching from fortified to not fortified, but I don't know, and then I send him 2 fortified DDTs, he's quickly microing, he's using the abilities, tower boost, and he ends up defending it, very well done. But excuse me, what is going on? Anyway, I'm getting my boomerang abilities. He is getting more turbocharges ready. He's selling the used ones in case I re-rush him again. And maybe I should have re-rushed him immediately after he used his tower boost. Maybe that was the play. But I decide to wait. And honestly, look what he is going to do now. Now I start to sell all of my druid farms. I send him a lot of fortified. DDT is just 3 of them, but that's enough to kill him. But he gets up Superstorm. What on earth is that? And he ends up defending. I sent him wow, because that was actually the first time I saw real power of Superstorm. So I decided to send him a few ZMGs. Remember, at this point, I didn't know how broken Superstorm is. So I sent him a few ZMGs, fortified. My goal is to overlay and send him DDTs over the top. But look at that, I sent him a lot of DDTs. I sell everything. I send him so many DDTs and he ends up just blowing everything back. Oh my god, guys, this upgrade is just... I sent him wow because I was shocked. I'm like, what on earth is going on? Look at that. This is, by the way, a very hard map that is not favorable by many people. Anyway, I sell everything. I just start spamming 0-0 druids, whatever. That game is over. I use tower boost for the sake of fun. So that was really epic, guys, and that was the time when I learned how broken this upgrade actually is. I believe I have one video where I went druid super monkey, and the super monkeys, they broke through BAD layer and Superstorm blowed it back, but I didn't know that it's that broken. I thought like, okay, it can blow back some of the insides of BAD, but not the way I showed you in this video. Anyway, next game, guys, Druid sub Boomerang again. We are facing Darkling Druid Ice, very epic strategy. We send him fortified ZOMG. The reason for that rush is because we have high eco, we have a lot of Druid farms. His eco is lower, he started Druid farming earlier, so we send him a fortified ZOMG because it's an expensive defend on his part, so we had to send it to drain him. He has to use tower boost to defend it. He has to sell some druid farms, build lots of defenses. And I'm just preparing the boomerangs. This is, by the way, played today, so I am way better with druid sub boomerang. Like, I learned it a lot better. And yeah, that's why I know what to do. And what I learned for myself, I'm not Ninja Yas. I cannot pre-place 0-3-2 boomerangs. I need to pre-place a few turbocharges immediately in case they send DDTs. Because, as I said, my number 4 doesn't work, so I cannot micro as quickly as possible. And anyway, guys, he defended that. He almost died. On our screen, he actually lost this game, but he told me he barely defended. Like, the balloons were so close. Anyway, I pre-placed my submarine. This will be our first strikes later on if he sends us BADs. But obviously, My goal right now is to just allow him because we drain him with fortified UMG, so we can afford a lot of BADs on round 30, but I make a little mistakes. I save up for my Superstorm and I don't use this money in order to get more druid farms. So I could have relied on my micro. If he sent me DDTs, he would have lost so much money. And by doing that mistake, I end up going for a 050 druid. It's so annoying when you have so much money. Anyway, big mistake. I could have had like 1000 extra eco in my druid farms by that point. But anyway, I just go for Superstorm. Don't play like this. Until they rush you keep at least 50k on hand, sell a few druid farms, get Superstorm. At the end of the day, use tower boost if you really need it, if the DDTs get too far while you are selling your druid farms, and that would reduce their eco, make them lose so much money, and yeah, mistake on my part, while you will have higher eco. So anyway, because of this mistake, I end up rushing him immediately around 30. Plus we did ZMG drain him, so he has less money right now. If we didn't send that fortified ZMG, he would have easily defended this rush by forging all tier 5 ices that he needs, and easily defended it. Anyway, we use balloon boost, he uses tower boost, he uses MAD ability. Can he end up defending it? I think he should sell all his druid farms immediately. And look at our storm on our side. There is nothing he can do unless he defends this rush. He cannot counter with DDTs, with BFPs, with anything, because Superstorm just defends everything. So I basically can sell everything and leave Ocean and my Superstorm on the map, but I'm not going to do it. He uses second tower boost, second MAD ability. He popped 2 BADs, so all I have left to do is send more DDTs, guys, with the balloon boost, and look, we end up winning another game with Druid sub Boomerang. So you might say, bro, but can you show it on Koru? Like really low eco game. Of course, guys, this is another game against Ninja Yas on Koru. That was actually our first game. The second game was the Basalt one, but I decided to show it in this way in order to show you that it's not just long maps kind of stuff. You can use it on Koru as well, easily. I sent him heart emoji. Anyway, we are ecoing. We have 2 druids. We have our 202 boomerang and ready to be upgraded to 302 in order to defend anything. We have some money, we are ecoing a lot. Our eco is really high, by the way, for Koro. He is also ecoing. I'm preparing sub for camo detection, but again, I'm not Ninja Yas, so I just go for 302 immediately. I don't keep it as 202, and I get my camo submarine. So he is preparing his camo submarine as well, but I'm going to send him one set of camolets just to force it. And I keep ecoing a little bit, he's also ecoing, so we both are saving up for a druid farm. I guess so, but I'm waiting for his druid farm, and I place my druid and go as well upgraded, just to make it look like I'm saving, going for a druid farm, and then I rush him all of a sudden, and he uses tower boost and he defends that rush, but it was a small rush. And now I keep ecoing slowly just to not fall too far behind. And then I send all of a sudden all out Rigor Rainbow's balloon boost. He gets his 4th tier boomerang. Is that enough? And we end up taking Ninja Yas down. We overwhelmed him. Anyway, guys, let's hop into the next game. Druid sub Boomerang, Dartling, Angie, Haley, guys. That's the real OP strategy. But our strategy is not worse, guys. And both of the strategies, you still need to know how to play them really well. Anyway, as you can see, I don't have my 4th tier boomerang and I don't have 2nd boomerang pre-play, so all of a sudden he sends me balloon boosted purples rounds 18, 17. What is that rush, guys? That's not round 11, right? But anyway, I tower boosted. I definitely didn't need to do that. I either tower boost or get a 4th tier boomerang. But anyway, we are going to send him a few moabs, and yeah, can he defend it? He's going for moab shove, I think, but yeah. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the Superstorm, the most broken upgrade. See you in the next one, guys. Subscribe, and if you love it, like it, and join my Discord server.